This is take 2 of recording this because, hey, I take photos without realizing it and just talk to an empty screen. Yay! Okay. Hi, my name's Leanne Schuler. I'm a writer and an artist, and I'm coming to you from a Substack post which is going to get posted onto YouTube theoretically. So whether you're on Substack or YouTube, welcome to a tour of my writing spaces. I have 2. We're going to look at the writing desk, what I call the writing desk first, and then we're going to look at the dining room, which is where I actually do all the transcription. You'll see. Let's go take a look. Let's see what's inside, shall we? Yes, the door opens by itself. I live in an old house. Here is my writing desk. It is about 100 years old, maybe a bit older, 1914-ish. Previous owner passed away, their kids didn't want it, and so I have it. So I'm quite excited about that. You can see I have a little comfy sitting thinking chair there. I have a prayer corner over here. I don't necessarily pray at it, but it's pretty. So I thought what I would do is show you my usual daily setup for this space and then switch it to my writing setup, because this is also my journaling space. So I plan my week here. It's currently open with my Hobonichi's weekly plan page blank, because I don't want you to know what I'm up to. So I have tidied it up, believe it or not, and so I'll give you a little detailed tour of what's what and where. But let's switch it over to the writing setup. Ta-da! Yeah, it's not that much different. The only differences are the notebook that I use. Oh, can I close it? As I handwrite all my Madrigal Chronicles first. The only one I don't do that to is Horiath, because that's a month-to-month deadline and it takes a while to do both. I can hear the fairy wrens. I don't see them, but I hear them. And yeah, so I have it's a chopstick rest actually, but I put my vintage Parker pen on it, and that is what I use to write. This is the ink that I use to write with. And of course, I'm practical. I usually need to clean up when I am changing over the ink. So this is the writing setup. I am going to go show you my other writing setup, because I have 2 spaces in which I write. Actually, I also write on trains, before art group, and anywhere that can grab a few minutes. Let's circle back to this space. So I'll give you the highlight reel, and then if you dive into all these lovely cubbies. And here is my second writing setup. Yes, you can tell I filmed this at Christmas. Man, those little birds are going off. I have computer glasses because I am of a certain age. Here is Idathea's journal, the same one we just saw. Hey, look, I'm on Substack. Scrivener is what I use for writing. This is the most recent chapter of Horiath we're looking at, by the way. If I come over here, you can see I have everything except a grail for Idathea, because I did a grail for Idathea elsewhere. I have a whole bunch of abandoned scenes, and then I have characters, places, and this front matter stuff, which I don't bother with 99% of the time. I have some additional notes. I'd go from here, transcribe it into here, and then let me pull something we've already seen. See, each of these are little scenelets. I call them scenelets. And so I often, but not always, will either just type a whole chapter straight in, or it ends up getting divided up. River Trembles was a whole mess because it kind of got several rewrites, changes in direction, and I had to stitch it back together. But From here, I just copy and paste this into Substack and format it with some pretty graphics and schedule it. So this is my writing space. I have a lovely fireplace to look at. That is writing setup 2. I also print out and hand edit with pen, and I'll show you that in just a second. So let's go back into the more detailed walkthrough of the writing desk, specifics to journaling and planning, as well as for writing itself. And we're going to start up the top, because there is a part of my writing process that's stored away up here, because do I throw anything away? No, I don't. And if you don't believe me, those are childhood diaries. I have cards. Next year's planner. These are zines I'm collecting. These are logbooks that belong to my husband's parents and grandfather. Here, generally speaking, are all the printouts of books so far. I have thrown a bunch of it out, but I have kept a few for reasons I don't know. And I have Traveller's Notebook inserts I haven't used, Traveller's inserts I have used. I need to get back to that at some point. My Venice travel journal, other journals that have been filled. These are my blank notebooks. These are the last ones that I have left. Hopefully I'll get through the whole series, and then I'll have to worry about keeping things looking the same. And then these are my Midori notebooks. You can hear law notes in the background. It's the weekend in Australia, that's all I can say. And these Midori notebooks I use for planning out the year. I use them for my previous artistic projects to plot things out. I use it to write out chapters and things too. All right, let's move down to another level. Let's just look at the general setup. Of course I have a dragon on my desk. Behind it is an Irish 2025 calendar, and that it's got pictures of Ireland on it. Here is my picture for 2025. I did this process with Jamie Ridler called Planning Day, and we get to pick a picture out of a magazine, and I just love this picture. Got all the words that have been written and waiting to be written. It's very cool. Let's do the top row. I tidied 90% of this. I have some cards in here. It's a pretty box as well. This is where my trash goes, and this is my little prompt bag. It has prompts inside for when I get stuck. I have a small selection of stamps in there. This is collage paper to fill the gaps in my planner. Am I good at using this? No, but I go through it every now and then and clear out stuff that I haven't used. This is larger pieces of paper that didn't fit in here. My PET tapes. If you've seen Idothea's journal on YouTube, I'll link to that in the description. These are all the little plastic tapes that I cut up and stick in. Well, I have some lovely Ignatian examine cards here, consolations and desolations. Something I really want to get into. Then I have a selection of currently in use journals and some storage items. So this is my wine journal. I live less than 30 minutes from wine country. It seems to be a required thing. This holds sticker sheets. This holds sticker flakes and bits of PET tape. This is my current Midori notebook that I use for planning. This Traveller's Notebook I have been using for my weekly reflections. I do an examine every week. Plus I do monthly reflections, and sometimes it's for notes. And I had a media journal in here for 2024, but I'm not going to do that next year. These are some more sticker sheets. This is a sticker book that has like tiny stickers in it. This is I call it my church workshop journal. So when there's a retreat or something, this is what I use. And I have a pen there ready for it. And in here is my 5-year journal, because I thought it'd be great to keep record of the first 5 years of my life back in Australia. Ink. And some extra pens and a glue stick. Oh, and a key. And then we have some glue tape and some whiteout tape. Some Tombow markers, which I don't use a whole lot actually. I bought them thinking that I would, but actually I use these beautiful mod liners a whole lot more. These are just all the pens. Actually, these aren't all the pens. There are a lot of pens. Lots of Muji pens and various things that I thought I would be used occasionally. I have a most used pen. We'll see that in a minute. I have some mini journals in here. These are my zines. Here's my little catch-all box of various bits and pieces. Of course, you need tape and stamps and tweezers if you're using stickers, scissors. This, let's point out, belongs to my pop. Can you see that? And there's a stamp in there as well. And this odd bit of paper that I actually don't know where it came from. I'll just tuck that back in there. So, yeah, so that was my pops. And now I have it. And also in there, I also have a flat acrylic block. I have a Canon IB, so this is my printed paper for that. Of course, you need a stapler and staples. And I actually lost this stapler in the back, so I've managed to shorten this a bit. Washi tape, of course. These are cards containing various samples of washi tape. These are my most used pens, except this one. This one I haven't used yet. I have some Midori cream-coloured correction tape. And then these are pens that I all use in the process of a week. I love this pen. This is my favourite. Platinum carbon. Post-it notes. Those are my business cards in the back and some extra scraps of paper. Now, these two watercolour palettes are from when I used to just have this desk as a place to be creative in before I set the studio up, and they haven't gone back down. So there you go. And I have some note paper that I've had since I was a teenager, still going through the stack, especially like this thick. And then I have some business cards and things back there. There's my little Canon IB printer. I have a microphone for voiceovers, and there's some earbuddy stuff there. So postcards to send, postcards that I want to keep. I have some letters from people in there as well. Here I have more stickers. I have little planner stickers in here. This is a sticker insert that I can take with me in my traveler's notebook when I travel. Oh, and there are some more planner stickers down there for 2025. I've already bought them. Writing paper, envelopes. Here is where I keep I'm currently reading a psalm a day, so that's living there at the minute. And this is like a random writing notebook, so when I'm stuck and I pull a writing prompt, that's what I usually write in. And then some more stickers for the planner, another little writing notebook, and some off-cut paper. So this all closes up, and beneath I have a drawer that just obviously collects junk. Here's where I'm storing my field notebooks. We're up to notebook number 5, and there are some Christmas cards I need to write still. I have 2 pencil cases here. The top one I used for traveling when I was traveling light, because it's so pretty. This is my card box, birthday cards, anniversary cards, etc. This I'm taking with me for my trip next year to Japan and Korea. At the bottom, I'm storing all my studio yearbooks. They are quite fun. You can still have them, buy them, but because now that I live in Australia, I just kind of do my own thing when it comes to journaling. And that is my writing desk. I hope you enjoyed that writing desk tour. A little behind the scenes of what a writer does when one writes. Can I say writes one more time? I hope you enjoyed it anyway. And if you have any questions, feel free to comment or contact me in some way, and we'll have a little discussion about that. I'm happy to answer your questions about writing and the writing desk situation, etc. I may make it into another video, but I'll go back to you for sure. If you're on YouTube, I have a Substack, and my Substack is projectstarfish.substack.com, and there is where you will find the Mordrecai Chronicles, a fictional series shh, it's fictional. Don't tell people on Substack that it's fictional, because according to them, they think that I found a diary from 1814 about sea dragons. I don't know that anyone's falling for that, honestly. Anyway, so there's a lot of fiction in there about sea dragons off the Welsh coast, and I'm starting to throw in a few bits of non-fiction-y pieces, mainly research rabbit holes of like, oh, did you know this about sea rice? That's coming up soon on my Substack, depending on when you're watching this. And if you're on Substack and you're like, hey, Leanne has a YouTube, she sure does. And I think I can give you a link to this, or it will magically happen in some way, shape, or form. In either case, you can subscribe over there too, because on Substack, you will only see my writing specific videos like this writing desk tour. So they're videos on stationery and planning and doll houses and making journals and lap books and tangible evidence that the Mordred Chronicles is indeed a real thing. Yeah. So you can subscribe over there for free as well. Substack is also for free, so you're welcome to subscribe there too. I think I've covered everything now. Please like and comment, or whatever, your heart so moves or desires to share this video. And I will see you next time. Let's hope this video post goes well, eh? Take care. Bye. So anyway, let me put that down and put that away. It was on the bottom of everything. Okay. No. I hope you enjoyed watching